Welcome to another edition of Something Like That. Today I have a special guest. I have my brother who is with me today. My brother Chris G. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Chilling.
Now, can you see the stream? Is everything okay?
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything yet?
I'm on the page. You on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't see anything but previous uploads. I don't see anything about something being
So
live.
go to the page and go to uploads.
I'm on uploads.
And then refresh the page. Go to home. It should be there.
I'm refreshing.
I believe.
Don't. Oh, wait a minute. No, you got to go to videos.
Okay, videos. All right.
You got to go to videos.
So it's on
And
videos.
now I'm there. Boom. Now I see it.
How it sound? Can you tell me how it sound? Cause this is my first time doing this, the YouTube live thing. So I'll let you get a listen
Let's
to it,
see.
see what it sounds like there. Hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully there's no issues.
Videos.
Okay, videos. All right. There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, sound good. Sound
Okay.
good.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah.
So
Try something new every now and again. I
yes.
see you got the Jill Levert chat.
And with the S curl, you see me. You see me. You see me. You see me up there. You see me. So
You can't take black folk nowhere.
nowhere. But I want people to, watch this and and booyah, it's coming. Stream complete. What? What are you talking about? Live stream offline. Stream is continuing. I don't know why it's tripping, but anyway. So hopefully there's no issues. Hopefully there is no issues at all. Now, do you still see the stream? You still could.
Mm, yep. Well,
All right.
it says stream is offline. Now it's back.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Let's
cool.
go. Yeah. And then I just seen your post on
All right.
Facebook. Seeing it shared up there. I just shared it. Everything should be all good, man.
All right. Hopefully there's no
Even though I
issues.
spelled live LIVW. Fix that.
You spelled it, or did I spell it like that?
No,
'Cause
no, 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 no. That's all me. All me.
okay.
Moving too fast.
All right. So, so we watched this crazy. So what I'm just gonna close this. Let me know what happens here. I'm gonna close that right there. Keep it up on OBS though. Today we talking about probably one of my favorite shows of all time right now, and that show would be Tiger King. Now it's on Netflix. It's been trending on Netflix for a while now, and I just want to say the show was bananas. Now, before I watched it, Chris was telling me about it, and he said, "Yo, you gotta watch this show." And I'm like, "Okay, he gonna give me a good show because Chris gives out good shows." And he had the nerve to tell me, "Yo, you gotta watch Tiger Kings." I'm like, "Tiger Kings? Really?" He said, "Yo, I'm telling you, it is so dope." And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't, I tried to watch it, and it was just a whole bunch of craziness going on. He said, I binge watched the whole series. Now, if y'all don't know, Chris is a good judge of character when it comes to movies, shows, what have you. And I love to get Chris's opinion because he gives it to you raw. He doesn't try to sugarcoat it. He's not going to say what he thinks you want to hear. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then he won't mess with it. So I gave this Tiger Kings a review. And let's just say the show was bananas. Bananas. Chris, you undersold the hell out this show, boy. I just want to let you know that right now, man. Show was
I
crazy.
I had to undersell it because if you sell it for what it is, it's unbelievable. You see what I'm saying?
True,
If
true.
somebody gives it to you, all, you know what I mean, straight, no chaser, you're gonna be like, this sound like you don't know if it's a comedy, if it's a drama, like you don't know if it's just like a spoof. If somebody messing with you, you can't really tell if somebody gives you like a quick synopsis from episode 1 to 7. So I had to undersell it. Because
Okay.
once you get in it and once you get hooked, then you realize, you know what I mean? You know enough to go, holy crap, like this is really crazy. So I
Crazy
had to
is not
undersell
the
it. I had
word.
to undersell it.
Crazy is not the word. Will you describe this show as a show where when you're watching it, it gets worse and better at the same time? I was like, how? Like you know, like they're at this again. I don't want to spoil it. I don't know. Like, if you haven't seen the show, then you might want to turn away because we're gonna dive into it. I'm just letting you know right now. Oh, that's my uncle. Oh shoot, god dang it, he would call at this time. Ah man. So when I finally seen the show and I was able to really break down and I started to see some of what was going on, I was like, there is no way that this is really, really real. There's no way. There is no way that this could be really real. And Chris, you said it. It was real. It was real.
Look, look, man, it's one of those, as we talked about it last night, it's one of those, or I don't even know if I was talking about it with you or if I was talking about it with my wife. It has a real Wolf of Wall Street feel.
Yes, very yes. That's what I said. I said, yo, it
Yeah,
feels like Wolf of Wall Street because if you were to tell someone about this show, it's like that. Yeah, right. Stop lying. So you were right.
right. Because you look at Wolf of Wall Street, if you heard the story of Wolf of Wall Street, you wouldn't be able to differentiate if it was a comedy, a drama. You know what I mean? If people was just making stuff up because the story is that crazy.
Right, right,
So
right.
similarly, Tiger King has a lot of the same aspects where there's a saying, that life is even stranger than fiction. You
Ugh,
know what I mean?
tell me about it.
Like Hollywood could come up with like a crazy story, but real life got crazier, way more off the wall stories than even Hollywood could come up with. You know what I mean?
True, true.
And in Tiger King, murder, mayhem, and madness fits that description to a T. This is one of those times where the actual real life events are so crazy, so outlandish, so out of the ordinary that you can't believe it until you see the documentary. And luckily for the guy, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Eric, but the man who did the documentary. If you remember in the beginning, he tells you, yo, he wasn't even trying to do this type of documentary. Like
Yes.
this wasn't on the road, but all of this stuff just presented itself, and it was like, yo, fam, I had to. You just got to go where the story leads you, and the story just led into this just
But also, but
crazy.
also the way is are you talking about the producer who came he wanted to shoot a reality show? That the producer that you were
No,
talking
no, no,
about?
not the one who
Oh, the
was
Netflix guy.
Joe's producer,
Right.
the actual Netflix guy, right? So it had to be crazy when he gets to, well, I'm trying to do a documentary, I think just about tigers.
Right.
And then he sees the guy Joe Exotic, who's already getting basically trying to get a reality TV show
Yep.
sold, going through the process. He gets to learn about Carol Baskins and her nuttiness. He gets to go to Doc Antler, knows about this. He gets to meet damn near one of the cocaine cowboys
True. That's true.
from back in the day, who's supposed to serve life. How he only got 12, I got a good idea, even
Mm.
though they didn't go through it in this documentary. If you're supposed to get life and you only serve 12,
Hmm.
I know you did something.
Mm-hmm. Snitching.
I know you told us about it.
Snitching.
Listen, whatever. You want that life now, but let me tell you something. You don't get life reduced down to 12 unless you snitching.
No, yeah, listen. It was everybody was snitching at the end. Everybody told nobody give a damn about Joe. It was straight foolery. It was straight foolery. Again, so me watching the show when I started to really pay attention was episode two. Well, yeah, two, because you say, yo, you gotta watch it. And I'm sitting there texting you, and as I'm texting you, it just keep getting crazier and crazier. And I said, Chris, it can't get no wilder than this. You said, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. But the key players of the show, and I'm gonna give you guys some key players of the show, and I'm gonna show them on the screen. Of course, my man right here, Joe Exotic. He looks like the dude off of Reno 911, the guy with the short shorts. That's who he looks like. I thought again when you're watching this, you thinking that this has to be some theatrical fake shit because there's no way real people are acting like this. There is no way real men or real women are acting like this. But guess what, people?
That is the swaggiest, drip too hard
Drip
picture
too.
of Joe Exotic.
You see
right
that picture?
there.
You see that picture?
Oh, that's the yo. Everything about that picture screams Joe Exotic. Everything about that picture. The sequin glitter tiger print shirt with the tiger, with the blonde mullet,
Yes.
with the glasses, with the Hogan mustache, with the white pants. I mean, that's Joe, man. That's Joe right there.
That's Joe at his finest. Now, I'm gonna scroll down. Carol Baskins, her and her husband. If you don't know who Carol is one of the what'd you call her? Antagonists of the show.
I mean, I would say
depending
on your perspective of the show. But I mean, there's no denying that Joe and Carol are nemesis.
Yes.
Any way you want to cut it. You know what I mean? Like, no matter whose side you on, who you think's right, wrong, what do you think she did or didn't do, they are nemesis in this show. Matter of fact, you can make the argument that Carol is everybody's nemesis on that show.
Right.
No other person other than Carol and Carol's group of people really like or messes with Carol.
Carol's group would consider her the protagonist. And if you watch the show, you find out about her husband, you're like, yo, she's the antagonist. Like, she's evil. I don't give a damn. She's evil.
Oh.
Evil.
Evil is a strong word.
Evil. Chris.
Evil is a strong word. I would say she's more conniving.
She's evil. She killed her husband. You kill.
That's alleged. That's alleged.
Alleged.
Now listen, alleged. Now, as we talk about this further, we'll get into how I feel about that situation.
Yes.
But
I can't wait to hear that.
It is alleged. You know what I mean? This is most you can say about Carol.
Okay. So Carol I'm Baskins. Scrolling down. We got Jeff Lowe. Jeff Lowe is Jeff Lowe honestly, man, to me,
he's a shyster.
You know what? He is.
He's a shyster.
But he makes the show because when you look at the two sides of shady, greed, happy, sad, envy, and you throw Jeff in there, Jeff spiced the shit up. Jeff spiced the hell out of the show because you looking at someone who just, when you talking about an opportunist, he was like the dude from Better Call Saul. He was Saul, but he just wasn't a lawyer. Like, he found his way, and then he just did it like, hey, whatever. I'm not mad at him. Shyster.
You know what they would call him in New York?
What's that?
A scammer.
Real talk.
They would call him a scammer because that's exactly what Jeff Lowe is.
One of the best scammers in the show, in the world.
Yeah, well, he's definitely the best scammer on the show. I mean, you can make a claim. You can make a argument that Carol is also a very good scammer.
Oh, very good.
With how she does her employees. You can make a very, very good case. But Jeff is the key scammer, and he's the best scammer on the show because he makes everybody believe that he is something that he's not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's a rich businessman. Mm-hmm. And that's both of those things are wrong. Both of those things are wrong. He basically, to me, and what I've gotten out of the show, is he's always around a person who really has money, and he finagles a way to get that money from them.
Yes.
And when he saw that Joe didn't have money per se, but he had this zoo, he said, well, that's what I want. I want the zoo.
Because it's going to bring money.
And he painted himself to be something that he's not. You know, Joe at this point was in crazy trouble. So he figured, you know what? Let me give my company to him. I mean, he was giving his company to everybody at this point of the docuseries, but
Yes.
he was like, you know what? Jeff's going to be the one that's going to be able to save me because he couldn't compete with the pockets of Carol.
But it was, the reason why I said I like him because Joe thought he can scam Jeff. And he thought, I'm gonna get his ass. He just don't know. I'm gonna use his name. I'm gonna take him, get all his money. I'm gonna beat Carol, and I'm gonna kick him to the curb. Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. So that's another character. Another character is this slime bag right here. His name is James Garrison. James Garrison. He would be what you call the fake entrepreneur. Um, if if you got it, he won it. He was the most secure guy in the show. And I'm just leave it at that. He was one of the most dumbest but secure guys of the show. And I didn't
I
feel
felt
bad for him.
no, I mean, well, nothing bad really happened to James. But my
No,
only
no.
argument with this is you putting two people ahead of a person I think that was more influential and bigger part of the show, and that's Doc Antle. I think
Okay.
Doc Antle was a bigger player than Jeff. I think Doc Antle was a bigger player than James Garrison as well.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you could go. It was the reason why James, you didn't see James until the last two episodes. You know what I mean? It
True,
was just
true, true.
like I mean, he was a snitch. He was the one who gave, the federal prosecutor in the FBI all the ammo that they needed, and he set stuff up so they could set stuff up for sure. But James was just, like Joe said, man, it's a life size Chucky
Chucky
doll.
doll. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Scammer to the court. And we will talk about Doc because I think, like you said, I definitely agree. Doc was a very important role to part in this movie. Um and just the way he moved because he Shiesty. Shiesty too. And then we're gonna jump down to some other characters. Travis Maldonado. Um,
Oh man,
man,
R.I.P.
rest in
Travis
peace,
King,
Travis.
man.
Man, rest in peace. He was he. I'm not laughing, but this shit just fucking so crazy. He
But
was.
no, you know what?
Oh my
Because
god.
you're
You know
laughing
what I'm
because
talking
it is
about?
funny,
Yes.
right? Because one thing that any person who owns a gun or any people that teach anything about having a gun is they scream gun safety.
Mm.
Guns are like, listen, you gotta respect the gun. You have to, and he really he didn't. And when as they were leading up to showing the demise of Travis, you could already see where it was going
Hmm.
because they showed them he was always playing around with a live gun. Now, if you didn't watch the show, and spoiler alert, so but if you
Yes.
didn't watch the show, they down in Oklahoma, Travis, Joe, and John, and his whole crew, and they're just walking around their zoo. I mean, Joe Exotic's got like a cowboy double holster, two freaking six shooters on his side
Hmm.
with a knee brace on and a cane.
Looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Honestly, and then you know what I mean. And they're just guns were always around. Even even to an extent, Joe was playing around with guns at one point when
Right.
he was shooting the trees and where people underneath him were shooting the ground for people to walk faster. Now, everybody, nobody felt like their life was in jeopardy, and he was definitely doing it in a joking manner, but you don't joke with guns.
Nah.
You don't
Nah.
joke with guns. You don't play around with guns because there's deadly and there can be deadly repercussions because you did those things. And unfortunately, Travis suffered those consequences, and it's caught on video. And it's listen, even though you don't watch him collapse. You don't even see him. You only see the flash. You just know that he's there.
Right.
Dude, that was a jarring scene. That was a
Crazy.
jarring scene.
Crazy. Because you hear about people's reaction, but to actually see the reaction of someone's face was crazy. Was so crazy. So we're gonna like I said, we just if you just tuned in, we're just introducing some of the key characters in the series because these characters play a play a good role. Play a really significant role. Um the next character is John, man. You know what? And I have a before and after of John because John was looking. John he had the mess
Yeah,
mouth.
you got him with his new teeth.
Yeah, man, I got him with his new teeth,
His new
man.
teeth is
Yeah, man, I couldn't disrespect my dude like that, man, because he had came up. I was like the whole Trav situation, like John. I was laughing because they were supposed to be this guy's husband, but they really weren't gay. That's when it took a turn. I said, okay, this shit is about to get crazy now.
but
Now
but
anything can go. Anything go.
but the reason I wasn't surprised about that. First of all, when you first meet John, he's similar to he's not full blown how he is on the left
Right,
in the
right,
picture
right.
that you got, but he's very close. He's not missing that many teeth, but he's missing a couple,
Uh
and you can definitely tell he does drugs. And then in the way that Joe had people that weren't in the big house
huh.
living, you could tell. I mean, it's just the best way to put it, right?
Yeah,
The
true.
big house. And it says streams offline. I don't know if you could see that.
Nah, man, why does it keep tripping, yo? See, I might have to go to Facebook, yo. This shit tripping on me, man. Oh my gosh. What you want to do? Okay, I'm gonna stop it.